Hello and welcome to this Swift programming video. My name is David Thorne. Now in this video I'm going to be specifically talking about the bitwise OR operator, but I'm also going to give you kind of like a way of why you would use it and when you would use it. So with that said, let's just get started. Now if you've seen the previous video, the AND operator, then well done, but this bitwise OR operator is slightly different. So let's just go over the rules of when something would be the OR operator. So if we've got 2 bits, all right, and initially both bits are on, as long as at least one of them is on, the result will be 1 as well. Now if one or the other is on, will also be 1, and if the opposites are true as well, so the beginning, the first is on and the second is off, it will be 1. And if both of them are off, then at least one of them is not on, so that will be then 0. So now we know that when the OR operator will then be 1 and when it will be 0. We now have 3 bytes here, okay, and the most significant bit here is activated, and then the second and then the third, and each one then has error or should log and has light sensor. And when we then print them out, you see down the bottom it prints out basically exactly the same thing. And if you haven't seen this extension, I did this extension in the first video about how to convert an integer to a binary string. Right, so we can now see that we've got these 3 binary, these bytes here printed out. Now, if we send this information over the network, that means we have to send 3 bytes of information. Well, we only want to send 1 byte of information, and on the other end of it, they can then convert it back to 3 bytes. And the way we do this is using the OR operator, all right? And so we can say, we'll just say packet here, for example, and we'll say uint unassigned integer with 8 bits, and here we'll say has error, and then we'll say should log, and then we'll say has light sensor as well. And when we print out the packets here instead, and we run this once again, you'll see here that the 3 bits have been activated, because all we're doing is basically saying if this bit is activated in should log, then perfectly fine. If it's not activated in should log, then activate it, right? And then the second, and then the N one, right? Obviously, they're all going to be zeros anyway for these ones here. But then the has light sensor will say in the previous one here, whichever one is activated, activate it. So it just makes certain that it doesn't disrupt the other bits already activated from the other ones. But if the other ones are 0 and this one says it should be 1, then it activates it as well. And obviously you can then convert this back again to how you wanted it to by then just doing an AND operator, right? So if we then had the packet and we can say has error 1, let's just do it here, and we can say packet and then then has error, right? And then we can say here has error 1 once again. You can see here that we get the binary back again by using the AND operator, and it does basically the opposite. So we can convert them back. We can convert them all back to how they should be. Let's just take this one out again, and has light sensor, and this is then has light sensor, and this is then should log, and say here and here, and then 1, 2, and put these down here. So you can see here that on the other end, and the other end of the network request or whatever, you can see that they received this one packet and they split them back down again to has error, should log, and has light sensor. So it's an easy way that you can transport 8 bits over, or 1 byte over the network, and then extract it into 8 bytes based upon those 8 bits of information. Okay. With that said, I hope that you got something out this one video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. As you can see, this is a super easy thing to understand in Swift. And if you're not 100% with binary, don't worry about it. There's not a lot of use cases for binary in the likes of Swift UI. But if you're going to start moving down to the likes of IoT or working with Bluetooth, transmitting byte data over the network, then it's really pertinent to understand at least what the bitwise operators do. With that said, thank you very much for watching. And if you do have any questions, feedback or concerns, as always, let's start a conversation in the comment section down below. My name's David Thorne. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao, and goodbye.